Welcome to Techno Learning. In this video, we are going to develop a song lyrics finder app in Android Studio. So first of all, let me show you how the app will look like. Here you go. So here I will enter a song name. Like I must go for the Hindi song. Okay. So let me search for Tum Hi Ho. And here you can see that the lyrics. Then again the new song. And the new song is Dil Diyan Galna. You can see that all the lyrics are present there. And now let me open my Android Studio to develop this application. And then I will be selecting empty activity and click on next. Here I have to give the application name. So I will give the name as lyrics, and then I will come to this language part and I will select Kotlin, as Kotlin is the language in which we are going to code this application. Okay, so after that I will be clicking on finish, and here the project is ready to work on. And now let me go to build Gradle. Here I will enter a dependency. So let me enter it here. I just have to type implementation and then this dependency. So this dependency is we are going to use for web scraping, and it is org.jsoup::jsoup, and then the version. The version is 1.13.1. So here you can see that dependency. Just inject this dependency and then you will have to click on sync now button, or the feature that is present here. I will clicking on it. So the project is building and it's build up. Now let's me go to that manifest file, as we are going to get the lyrics from the internet. So we need to get the permission for internet, and here we get it. Okay, now let me come to the design part, that is activity main, and here I have to design it by XML coding. Okay, so let me split it into design and code. Okay, now let me first of all fix the screen, and then I will be changing this layout to the preferred layout that we want. So here we want linear layout instead of constraint layout. So and then remove this and close the linear layout here. Okay, then remove this default text view that is present here, and afterwards you have to enter a new linear layout here, and you have to give the width and height as match parent and wrap content. Also you have to give the gravity, and the gravity should be center. Okay, and then orientation is horizontal for this inner linear layout, and within this inner linear layout we have to give a edit text in which we are going to enter our words or a string to search for lyrics of a particular song that you want. Then I have to give the ID for this edit text as query input, and then I have to give few more properties like weight, layout weight, and it's selected as 1, and then one more view is required, that is button, and for width and height is wrap content and wrap content respectively. After that I have to give the text for this button as search. Okay, and now let me give on click for this so that this button will be able to function, and we are going to implement this on click search within this Kotlin coding, so don't worry about the error. Okay, and here we have to add the scroll view, as we are going to get the lyrics in the form of text. We have to scroll it if the lyrics are bigger, and now you can see that we have to give the width and height as match parent and wrap content. After that, within this scroll view we have to give few more properties, such as we have to first of all change its height to match parent, and then close this scroll view, and within this scroll view you have to give a text view here. So here I am giving it, and making its layout width and height as match parent and wrap content. Okay, let me give the ID for this text view as lyrics view. So the lyrics will be shown here, and then the size of this text view is 25 sp. Also, we want the style of the text should be bold so that we can see the lyrics very greatly. Okay, then we have to give the gravity here. So let me give gravity as center. Okay, so it is done. The text view is almost completed. Let me give some tool text, like what will be the default text here. So let me give it here, like I am giving lyrics, and then lyrics should be given below. Okay, so I think it will be good. Lyrics given and below. Okay, so it is good, and the text view should be completed. Now you can see that there's lots of errors. So first of all, the design is completely baseless. Let me correct it first of all. So there are some modification that I have to do. First of all, let me give the orientation to the parent linear layout that we have made out in the first step. So first of all, let me give it the orientation here and select it as vertical, and after that, this is also not working. Let me see what else. Let me remove this. Okay, then there should be some error here, might be some misplacement of the linear layout closer. So let me just scroll it up so that I can find out where the error exists so that I can correct it. So let me check it here. Okay, so I can see that the linear layout is not closed after the button. So let me close it here. So now it is good. You can see that everything is good and correct, but there's an error in the end. The one linear layout closer is extra. So let me delete one of them. I will deleting this. Okay, perfect. There's only one error for on click functioning that will be implementing in that main activity. Don't worry about it. So let me move to the coding part of this app. So here, first of all, I have to make a Kotlin class called lyrics finder, by which we are going to get the lyrics from the internet. All the functions and things will be there. So let me make it, and I'm just typing lyrics finder. I've just right clicked on that com.example lyrics, then go to that new and make that lyrics finder. Okay, so this class is ready right now. We have to give some modifications to this class. First of all, this is an object class. We are just going to use it for the utility purpose. And now let me make a function here, and the function will be called out as string dot, then it is string dot encode and parameters, and then we have to also give some return type is also of string. Okay, so it is done. Now we have to come, but before this we have to give some URL encoder, and then we'll just encode this. Okay, and then passing that context, also that UTF-8 for text encoding. Okay, so this is for encoding the text. And now within this object class we are there, and here we are making private const val, a variable for the minimum length of the lyrics, and it should be turned out to be 100 here. And afterwards we are making few functions, like one function is find, and it's getting the title, and its return type is of a string type. And then let me open this function body, and within the function body of this find function, but first of all let me make some space there. Okay, so now I'm just making a URL here, as I'm going to get the text of the lyrics from Wing, that is a search engine. I'm just going to search about it, and then by using the web scraping techniques we are going to get the result from there. Okay, so here we are just getting for the URL, like URLs in the URL, and within this we are passing the URL within R, and if it returns null, if it does not returns null and R dot length is greater than minimum length, then it should be returning R. That is the result. Okay, so we are just passing the URL, and what we are searching in that Bing search engine, we are just passing the title, and after that we are passing lyrics. Like you are searching for the lyrics of Sorry song, then the sorry you will be typing in that space of application, then this function will automatically write lyrics afterwards and search it on the Bing search engine. Okay, and now this is the another function, and this function is called find lyrics, and after getting some response from this function, we are going to get data scrapped from HTTP content, and this is also a customized function that we are going to make ahead. And here I'm just going to get elements. Okay, so here we are just using web scraping injection that we have gotten up called JSOUP, and that parsing that response and then body dot select. Okay, so what we are going to select is a CSS query select all. Okay, then it is a max border and then result, and this result will contain the element, and it should be of element of JSOUP. Okay, as we are working with JSOUP, and it should not return null. Okay, and then we are just going for the for loop and getting the E in the elements. Okay, then we have to make a variable called br element, and within this we are just getting the children, E dot children. Suppose we got some result from that search, and here we are going to a particular web scraping called getting the text from the site, and this text will be shown up as lyrics of that song. Okay, so within this we are searching for the tag and names equals to the br. Okay, so what does br contain? Br contain the name. Okay, and now the br element should be greater than max br, and then max br equals to br elements. Okay, and then finally the result will store E. Okay, so this if body is completed. Afterwards we are after that for loop, and here we are seeing that if result is not equals to null, that means we got some result within this, and then we are going to return get text. This is also a function that we are going to develop in the next few minutes or few seconds. Okay, so returns null. Okay, so now let me create this function. Okay, so here you can see that everything is good. This function is created, and here we have to give the body for this get text function, but we are passing, and we have to get that parent element. Okay, so here we are making a variable result, and within this result we are storing nothing, and afterwards we are having a for loop, and we are searching for the children in the parent element dot child nodes. Okay, so now we are just going for the if condition dot children is text node. If the child is text node, then we are just storing that result plus equals to child. Okay, dot text, as we have to store it of type string. Okay, then There's one more if condition. If child is element, then child dot, we are going for the tags, and afterwards dot name, and it should be equals to what we are searching for, br. Okay, and then ignore case will be true. Okay, so there should be no confusion like small letters or capital letters. That's why we have taken up as ignore case as true. Then the result plus equals to new line. Okay, so after particular line there will be the text will become in the next line after getting the first line of that song. Then we are placing a new line here. Okay, then we are again going for that child, and then finally we are returning the result here. Okay, so now we have to just make it sure like what we are needing here. So let me go back, and here are two more functions that we have to make. First of all, this function called Bing. So this will be responsible for searching all the things on the Bing search engine. So here we have to work very crucially. So it is returning the list of strings, at it will return some result. The search engine like Google, it returns some result of one or more websites formally. So we are storing that result in the form of the list of string, and then we are just giving the URI. And what's that custom URI? Here afterwards that $, we are searching for our parameters that we are responsible for, and then we have to type as the customized search required on the big search engine, and it is given it as a. And now I have to give like QBRE. Okay, so this URI is stored in variable called URI. Okay, so for now I have to make another variable called response, and it will be calling the function get http content. Okay, so it will get that http content from there and store it within that response, and then we will be just working with that gsoup library for scraping a text. Okay, then we are just parsing response here, and now we will be returning doc.get element by id, and here we have to pass the id as b_content. Okay, there are some few codes for getting element wise in web browser, like that we are working on that b result, b_result, b_content, and then finally get element by class, and here we have to give the class also. Class is b_lo. Okay, afterwards that is we have to make it a flat. So for that flatten up these things we are using flat map and getting that it dot get element by tag, and here the tag is s2. Okay, so now just going for the map not null, and here we have to give some try catch to handle the exceptions, like we are giving it here like variable href equals to it.get element, and should be by element by tag, and now we are just passing a within it, and then attribute, and within this attribute we have to pass the attribute key as href. Okay, so now if href is dot starts with some particular like http. Okay, so what will we do, like it should not contains what text should it not contains, let check. It should not contain the text, but the contain function that we have used is of a different library, so let me do it again. Okay, so it does not contain, it was of fourth. Okay, and now here I have to type https. Okay,
so it should not contain www.bing.com. okay, then we are just going to store it within our and then else null. Okay, afterwards map not null, it's already there. And then finally the catch statement. The catch statement is same as e exception, and then within this you have to type as null. Okay, so everything is good there. Now we have to give one or more statements here also. So what are those statements? But this function we have to create. Okay, guest http content here. So now it is having the parameter as a URL and then the string. So it will be working with that http content that we are getting, and what it is doing, like variable http URL connections and URL, and within this URL, first of all let me import this function and then passing the URL within it, and then open connection, getting your query with the help of get http content as http URL connection. And now you have to call set request property. You are requesting, you are making a customized search from your application. You are not able to see something, so you have to type it, the things that are required for the custom search here. So what request properties, what will be needing, like what are the key and the values, like it is a user dash agent, and here you are typing some values for it. So these things are required for making the URL connection successful for customized searching. Okay, so here I am giving some, it is some kind of server name kind of things required for that web browser, and then Apple WebKit we are having. And here you should be very careful at there might be some mistakes, so you have to pause that video and watch it again, and so that you should type it clearly. Then KSTML, and afterwards like Geeko, and then again the another browser name that we have to give here, and it can be like Chrome here, and then Chrome 87.0.428066. okay, afterwards Safari, and then it should have some code like 537.36. okay, so it is also almost completed, but there should be not some red lines. Let me see. Okay, so this bracket is extra, let me remove this. Okay, so I have removed that quotation mark or that bracket. Okay, so now everything is good. As you can see that you can pause the video and write it very correctly. This is very crucial part of this application or the programming. Okay, and for now this is almost done, but here also you can see that 2 errors are there. So let me correct them. Let me go for searching out some errors, but before that we have to return something. What we are going to return, http URL connection dot input stream, and then buffered reader. Then we are finally going to return the read text. Okay, so this is almost completed, and now there are 2 or 3 errors. Let me see what these errors are for. Okay, so when you are making an web scraping part, there might be errors, like one error is there. What is it for? Let me search it again. Okay, so here we are forgotten to make that equals operator here. So let me type the equals operator here. So here we will be typing as the equals operator for elements and then equals. Okay, here you can see that every error is removed, and now we have to move to another Gradle file to add some class path. So let me move there, but before that I'm just scrolling it, and then you have to, if you have messed up anywhere, then correct it. Okay, so here I think our main activity is also left. So first of all, let me complete that main activity. Afterwards we will be adding the class path in the Gradle file. Okay, so we will be going to the main activity firstly, and within this main activity we have to do some coding. Like, it will be required some 4-5 lines of coding only. Okay, first of all, strict mode. When you are using the browser properties of the Android OS, then you have to make that the thread policies, and then strict mode dot thread policy dot builder, and then permit all and build. Okay, afterwards you have to make a function that you have gotten up that button in the XML search. You have named it search for the on click, so you have to implement it here. Okay, so let me click alt enter to import that view. Okay, so now you have to make query input view b should be capital. Okay, and now you have to just map your Kotlin code with that XML code. Some text you have to map here. So here I'm doing it with that r.id.query input, and then the another, what is it? It is query input view, and then dot, and getting the text from here to string. Okay, it is done, and afterwards you have to finally call that lyrics equals to, and then function that we have made up in that another class, lyrics finder dot find, and passing a query within it. Okay, we are getting it, and then we are finally getting our result in the text view and setting up ads. That result we have gotten by the lyrics. Okay, and lyrics view just okay, and then it should be of text equals to what? Lyrics. Okay, so now this is done and everything is good. You can pause the video and correct your code if you have messed up at anywhere. And now the one thing is left out, that is another build Gradle, and I have to move there and make another class path there. Okay, I think you have correct everything right now, and it's the correct time to move to that part. Here build, it's the project label file. The one was the module label, but it is a project label, the first one. Okay, and the Gradle script, the first build Gradle file, and here you have to write the class path. I had forgot it in the beginning, but I knew it, I have to do it here. Okay, so here you just have to type the class path, and you have to type it within that double quotes, of like com.github.descendant, and then stop like colon, and afterwards the colon you have to type like Android Maven plugin, Gradle plugin, and then finally you have to type the version. Okay, so everything is good. You can see that I have write this, you have to also write this. So let me click on sync now. Afterwards we will be moving to the main activity and we'll try to run our app, as you can see that. And if you get messed up anywhere, you can email me for the source code. Okay, I provided everything in that video description. Also don't forget to subscribe our channel, okay, and share our videos with our friends. We provide videos regarding the tutorial of Android apps and basic information for the technology, and we are also going to make a tutorial series for Android development. So you should subscribe us, kindly subscribe us please, and also don't forget to press that bell icon for getting the updates regarding this. Okay, so let me run the app now. I will be clicking on that run button. Afterwards the app will be run out and installing, and success. And here you go. Here I will be searching for a song. So what song is like? Sorry, let me search for it. Okay, so here you got the lyrics. Yay. And now the Hindi songs. Also, not the English songs only, we have the Hindi songs also in our lyrics app. So, Tum Hi Ho, here we got that. Another song that we have to search, like Deewana, and here you can see that the lyrics is there. Afterwards, one more song that we want. So, let me search for it. Dil Diyan Gallan. Okay, and then I'll just click on that search button. Here you can see that